This video, I want to share two more insights from my eighth visit to Fallingwater. Um, the first one is just simply that I was reminded of how small the rooms are when you look at photos of the rooms in Fallingwater. They really look a lot bigger in photos than when you're there in person. The spaces are much smaller than they appear to be in photographs. So that's the second thing. The third insight um, was I did notice that a lot of the chairs that are placed in a lot of the rooms um, are appropriately sized, right? So it'd be easy to make the mistake of using like chairs that were too big for the space, but they really are appropriately sized. So I think, proportionally they're well chosen. The problem is that they're just so uncomfortable. I can't imagine, like when people were in their bedrooms, for example, you would have to either just, sit in one of the chairs for 10 minutes and you'd be uncomfortable, and then you'd have to move to your bed and lie down, so the only time you could spend in your bedroom really, for any reasonable length of time would be lying down, unless the Kaufmans brought in separate chair. If they had different chairs when they lived there, that'd be another thing. But anyhow, I just want to show you a few good chairs. Now, this chair, this is in the bedroom in the guest house, which is up the hill from the main house at Fallingwater. This chair, at least it has arms, right? So at least it has arms, and it's got a real cushion to it. But the problem is, I think that the back is so high, you know, and it's not a comfortable chair. You can't curl up in it. You're gonna have to sit upright basically in this chair, and I can't imagine sitting there for an hour to read or 2 hours to read, right? It's not like a big upholstered, comfy chair that you can curl up in and relax and sprawl out on. So this chair is going to be like for a 10-minute sitting, right? Otherwise, you can go to the bed in the bedroom. Oh. This is the son's bedroom, and I don't remember that chair being there when I visited last week. But anyhow, that's not a very comfortable chair, right? It's this really thin cushions. It's high off the ground, so you can't sprawl your legs out in front of you. You can't curl up in it. Can't pull your feet up or legs up. Um, it's got these, bony wooden arms. So this is really a chair that's designed for a brief, brief sitting, right? This is the chair in the guest bedroom in the main house. Again, it's a beautiful looking chair, from an aesthetic standpoint. It's got that beautiful curve to it. Um, the fabric, when you see that fabric in person, it's like a wool textile. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm sure it's really soft to the touch and comfortable. But this chair has no arms to it, and again, it's very thin. So I would imagine you'd comfortably sit in this chair for 10 minutes, and you have to sit back. You can't adjust yourself up, or so again, this is not any kind of chair designed for any long seating to read or relax, really, which would push you to the bed. This is the chair in the father's bedroom, and again, it almost looks like it would tip over, like you'd have to try to maintain balance while you're in it. And I forget the name of it, but it's a very, was it a Bauhaus design chair or something? So it's a very famous design, but and it's aesthetically pleasing, right? Um, but I can't imagine sitting in that chair for very long, and it's got no arms to it, so it's not going to be very comfortable. And I have one more example. Now this is the mother's bedroom. I was impressed by this chair because again, it, it's highly upholstered and highly cushiony. It's small. it fits the space, right? It really does fit in that corner. If it were any bigger, it would look too big for that corner, especially because you have the doorway right here, right? So it really did work. The fabric was gorgeous. Uh, this was a nice dark wood, whatever these legs were. But again, and it's very low, right? It's you could sort of lower your push your legs out and slouch down in it, right? But it has no arms, so I can't imagine anyone's going to sit there for very long. So Mrs. Kaufman could lie on her bed, or she could sit here. Really, I would imagine this is like a 10-15 minute seating, and then you're uncomfortable, you know. Um, So, like I said, it reminded me that the seating looked very uncomfortable there, and I just have to imagine that they brought in different seating or something, for the time that they spent there. I just can't imagine living in this space. It now I know that they claim that that Wright designed the bedrooms to be small. Um, he wanted to push people outside. Okay, fine. But when it was cold weather outside or in the evenings, right, when the days are shorter in the evenings in the fall and the spring, um, they're going to want to spend time relaxing in their bedrooms. And it looks like it was a very difficult to do that because of the lack of comfortable upholstered seating.